What is up, my friends, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we've got another gear video today. Two of the newer lights from our friends over at JMaz that they sent me to check out and to demo, and that is what we're gonna get into today. Before we get to the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We finally, hallelujah, we passed 10,000 subscribers. So thank every single one of you that subscribe and watch these videos and tell me you like them and leave comments and leave thumbs up. I appreciate you, and I always respond to the comments. It might not be immediately, but I always go back to the comments and I personally respond, so thank you. Let's get into these JMaz lights right now. All right, so these are two of the newer lights from JMaz Lighting, and these are in their Radiant Pars series, the Radiant Pars series. Now, as you can see, the boxes are already open. Today, we're talking about two of these lights, the Tron7 and the Tri60. Now, the reason I didn't do an unboxing video is because unboxing videos are stupid. I never do those. All right, let's get into the product, what you're here to hear about, right? So once you open the box, let me just show you what comes in the box. You've got your standard remote that we've seen with every single light that's come out in the past decade. You've got, and nothing's wrong with that, you've got a PowerCon cable, which is really nice, so it won't jiggle out. You've got a safety cable if you're gonna fly them or hang them. And then you've even got a DMX cable. This is a 5-pin DMX cable. So all of this comes in the box with each of these lights, all right? So we'll put that to the side and we'll address these one at a time. Let's actually start with the Tri60. This has 63 watt RGB LEDs inside of it. So that's red, green, blue for those of you that aren't familiar with that. This light is super cool, super incredible as a wash light, as a dance floor light. I'm going to go into a dark room that's going to mimic a dance floor type situation and show you guys some B-roll right now. Check this thing out. As with most lights, it's got DMX capabilities. It can be sound activated, or you can run the auto programs. All of them look super cool. I'm gonna show you guys in just a few minutes how I think I'm going to use these when it comes to a real world application. But before I do, I wanna show you the other one that they sent me called the Tron7. So check this bad boy out. This is the Tron7. It's got 7 12-watt hex LEDs in it. And then in this kind of honeycomb pattern, it's got 60 0.2 watt RGB LEDs. So this thing, I mean, this is definitely my favorite. This thing goes absolutely nuts when it gets going. Again, same thing. You can run it DMX, you can run it sound mode, or you can run it in auto program mode. And again, you saw already what came in the box with it. The footage looks crazy. Check this stuff out. So what do you guys think after seeing them in a dark environment? Which did you like better? Did you like the Tri60 or did you like the Tron7? Me personally, I'm a Tron7 fan, but I think I'm gonna run all 4 of them. They're about 10.5 inches around, only weigh, I don't know, a few pounds each. This is all plastic housing. You got a metal bracket on the back. Again, your inputs are DMX in and out. You've got a menu. And then of course you've got your PowerCon in, PowerCon out. Very simple, very basic, easy plug and play type lights that are going to give your dance floor an incredible wash. Now I want to also mention that there are 3 other lights in this Radiant Par series. They have a Radiant Duo, they have the Hex 19, and they have the Quad 12. If you want to see them, just head over to jmazlighting.com and I'm sure you can get all details there. Or if you're a super nerd and you want more tech specs on the ones that I'm holding, the Tron7 and the Tri60, I'm sure it's all at jmazlighting.com as well. One of the main things I always seem to forget when I'm talking about gear is the price point. And I looked on several different reputable DJ gear sites. It looks like these retail for right around $220. I think the highest end, they were at $270, but it looked like most sites had these right around $220. Now, earlier in the video, I talked a little bit about how I would use them in a real world environment, and I kind of went digging around in my parts drawer and grabbed these. These are actually American DJ, but I've always loved these O clamps. Just kind of the quick release, and then you've got your, your wing nut here that goes on the fixture itself. So my intention is, if you're running speaker stands kind of like this, you got your 12 or 15-inch speaker on top, I'd probably just run 1 or 2 of these on the tripod up underneath the speaker, pointing on the dance floor, trying not to point in people's faces, just especially because you've got such an interesting effect with these, right? They're gonna look awesome, and they're gonna give that floor that kind of wash, especially if you've got some movers kind of scanning the rooms, or you've got some pixel tubes or Astera AX1s like I have. These are just gonna give it that much more pop, especially if you get them programmed into your sound switch as well, which I might do. Throw yourself a couple little wireless dongles in the back if you want, or use the included DMX cable. But boom, boom, 1 on each side, or one Tri60, one Tron7, one Tron7, one Tri60 like that, and these just kind of flooding the dance floor with light. I think these would look sick. Keep the cabling super simple down the back of the tripod. Make sure you either Velcro or gaff, or use your gravity clips to kind of hide the cables down the back of this, and I think you'll get a really clean look with that. So just make sure when you buy your O clamps that you get the right diameter for your particular tripod. Sometimes it's a little bit of hit or miss, so you might need to try and measure the actual tripod you have, because these do come with different diameters here in that circle. All right, so that's how I would use them, and I think you'll get a really cool effect that way. I'm sure there's some other ways. If you take truss and you do the kind of the truss up here or behind you, and you want to fly them. If you do vertical pieces of truss, I'm sure you can find ways, again, with the right type of clamp to mount them to that, especially if you don't scrim them. I mean, there's so many different applications for these. I don't see them being used ever as an uplight. I just think it's I don't want to say better than an uplight, but it's better than an uplight, especially this. You saw the footage. This thing goes crazy. This honeycomb part is super cool to me, and I just don't think that's the right application to have it sitting on the floor shining up a wall. I think it needs to be on a dance floor while people are dancing, and I think they're really going to give a killer effect. All in all, I love these. I definitely am going to hit them up and see if I can't get the other 3, the Radiant Duo, the Hex 19, and the Quad 12, and see what those are all about, and maybe make a little light show. Hell, y'all see me throw parties here in my little studio before. I might even put these up here in the corners and have these ready to rock when an impromptu dance party breaks out. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, all your specs are gonna be at jmazlighting.com. I'm sure that Ben at NLFX will be glad to sell you these. It's Ben at nlfxpro.com. If you want to get the best pricing and great service from Ben over at NLFX, hit him up, and I'm sure he will be glad to sell you some of these, the Tron7, the Tri60 from JMaz Lighting. Thank you as always for watching. I appreciate you guys as always. And again, keep watching the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make your DJ friends subscribe. And let's keep this thing growing way above 10,000. Appreciate y'all. Peace.